I'm Chris Crawford, and today I'm going to tell you about 3 times when I was told something can't be done. First of all, are there any a cappella singers in the audience? Anyone who did it in college or who does it now? Excellent, excellent. Now, I'm not going to ask you which of the following 2 categories you more associate yourself with, because we all know the Jason Jones group on the far right is much cooler. Well, when I was in college, I loved a cappella music, and I decided I really wanted to start a college a cappella group. I had 2 problems. 1, I wasn't a very good singer, and 2, I knew no other singers on the campus, not one. So I disclosed this plan to my roommate. He said, well, those 2 things are essential for starting an a cappella group. Without it, this can't be done. So what did I do? I researched all the a cappella groups I could find. I spoke to all my high school friends who had gone off to do it in college with established groups. I talked to some friends and convinced them to come to student organization training so they'd actually sign a contract to create a new club on my campus. I looked up how to buy a domain, how to set up emails, how to create a basic website using iWeb and Pages. I peppered the campus with flyers all about this new group and a URL to learn more information. What I didn't do was say anything about who was behind it. I very intentionally made sure every pronoun on the website was we. This new organization looked as if there was a group of singers orchestrating the whole thing. When auditions rolled around, there was a big group that showed up, and I couldn't reveal myself that it was just me, so I had 4 people from the intramural softball team I was on sit in the room and pretend to take notes. Really, they were just doing homework. But a week after that, I had my a cappella group, and one of the nicest things about starting an a cappella group is that you yourself don't have to audition. So when I was not directing, I just put myself on the bass part, where singing the right note at the right time is much more important than how you sound. I was told it couldn't be done, so I just did it anyway. Fast forward a few years to my first internship at iTunes. I tried to get my a cappella group onto the store. I figured iTunes is everything, it should be easy. To my horror, there are only 6 a cappella albums on the iTunes store at the time. I started going around iTunes saying, guys, we have this huge problem, there's no a cappella music. They said, who cares? I said, I care, this is a great injustice. I said, well, this is not our problem. We have bigger fish to fry. Right now, this can't be done. So what did I do? I started researching the problem. It turns out that every recorded song has 2 copyrights, one for the recording, one for the song. Well, 99% of a cappella recordings are covers. So they just mainly had a licensing problem. So I got together a group of smart musicians and created a company called A Cappella Records. We called it that because it sounds legit. The value proposition was that we would help artists clear cover songs, we would distribute the content for them, deduct those royalties from sales, and take care of all the accounting. This was much harder than we thought, and we needed to raise a little bit of money to get going. When I pitched this to the business planning competition at my school, they laughed at us, saying there's no money in a cappella. So I emptied my savings account and did it anyway, and we got the data and the clients, went back to the same competition 1 year later, won the whole thing, and then 3 years later we rebranded the company as Loudr and opened it up to all independent artists. They told me it couldn't be done, I didn't listen, and just went and did it anyway. As we've gone deeper into the world of music licensing, we've discovered some of the bigger problems in the industry. There's already those 2 separate copyrights, but the way those copyrights are compensated is different, even if the listener experience is the same. The US government is working on simplifying this whole thing, but if you're waiting for the government to do anything, you might be waiting for a long time. So at Loudr, we've been investing in the technology to make licensing much easier. But where we still struggle is that it's often difficult to find out all the rights holders of every piece of content. As an industry, we lack a central database. This becomes even more complicated when you try to calculate for interactive streams. This graph from the Harry Fox Agency shows you how the money is supposed to flow. But imagine if you don't actually know the destinations for where all that money is supposed to go, right? And then you plug it into this formula. The result is millions of dollars are falling through the cracks, and we have this vast array of unknown content all over the place. This is one of the biggest problems in the entire industry, and many have said, this can't be done. So, what will Loudr do next? Thank you very much.